Hey guys, this is Apoorva with Matador Lending. I've got Steven with Gravy, which is a great partner that's built a mobile app experience for first-time home buyers. We're super excited to be one of the earlier lenders that's partnered with them for them to roll this out for consumers that are looking to start their home buying journey, whether they're a year out, months out, weeks out, doesn't really matter. And there's a lot of really cool incentives with the platform that he'll talk with you about. But right now, I just want to kind of pass the mic over to Steven, and he'll just kind of walk us through the app, a quick demo, so you get an idea of what this is. And we're excited to roll this out. And we'll have information with a link after this for any of you guys that want to kind of download it and get rocking and rolling on Gravy. What's up, Steven?
Awesome. Thanks, Apurva. Hey, man, super excited to work with everybody working with Matador. So Gravy, like Apurva said, is an app for potential first-time home buyers, renters, if you may, right, who want to buy their first house. We help you with the fundamentals of buying a house, right? Your credit, saving money to buy that house, education around the process, what it costs, how it works. And then lastly, this cool thing called rewards, where basically you earn rewards simply for paying your rent, 5% back on your rent every month as a free Gravy user. And those rewards build up in this fund where when you're ready to buy a house, you can apply them as a credit towards your closing cost with Apurva and his team over at Matador. So it saves you money in the long run while also helping you get ready to buy that first house. So super pumped to work with y'all. And that's it. Let me share my screen and I'll show a little bit of what the app looks like on my phone. So here's the Gravy app demo account. I skipped some steps. If you download it, Matador has their own link to download the app from to make sure that you're linked up with them, right? And you'll see them down here at the bottom as your account sponsor, your lender, which is super exciting, and it's easy to get back in touch with them in the app. But here's the core app, right? As a homeowner or a home buyer, excuse me, you see your accounts, your savings account. So the app has a built-in high yield FDIC insured savings account that we call down payment fund. The idea is set this up, set up auto deposits from your existing bank account and kind of forget about it, right? Let this money build. So you build up your down payment fund and your closing cost fund towards your future home purchase. Let this thing go. Right now, as of October 12th, 2022, the APY, the yield on this account is 2.12%.
Nice.
So it's not a bad place to
No.
park that cash, right? And it's easy to transfer in and out, connect to your existing bank,
So I'm
right?
gonna just kind of break it down just a little bit
Oh,
earlier.
please.
So basically, if I'm thinking about buying a home and I've not even started the journey, it's day one. I just said, hey, I want to buy a home in the future, right? You could get with a lender partner like us. You've got some other great lender partners, I'm sure, in other markets, and we can kind of give you a guidance on, hey, if you want to buy a $300,000 house, this is what a down payment target should be. Then I come back to Gravy and I can start to set those metrics. You guys got calculators in the system that'll help kind of figure that out anyways, but then it'll auto save for you kind of behind the scenes, just tied up with your bank account. This is a safe account where it's stored just like any other bank, right? But it's starting to build towards that goal. And then you got a bunch of other kind of cool metrics to track along the way as you kind of walk through your journey of homeownership. Is that kind of
Yeah.
way to say it?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. So yeah, you set up the app right initially, and I skipped a step. You're right for with this house goal. So you come in here when you set up your account and say, "Hey, I want to buy a house." Right in this example, in Beverly Hills, California, in September 2023, a year from now, roughly, for 350K, and I think I want to put 20% down. And we'll help coach you too into what down payment you should aim for. Obviously, you can ask the team at Matador too. They'll help you out. What programs might work for you. But typically, the average down payment for a first-time home buyer is actually 5 to 7%, and in some cases, as low as 3. Right? So pick
Right.
whatever you want. If you have enough for 20% down, great. We'll help make that decision with you, and that sets up this house goal, right? And based on that house goal, you use our built-in savings account to save towards that goal. Like Apurva was saying, set up an auto deposit, let it run, let this money build. If you want to put in windfalls, you can too. But the idea is to make it super easy. Aside from savings, you've got the rewards. I think the rewards are kind of the most exciting thing for most people about Gravy, right? The rest of it's super helpful, but rewards are awesome. It's free money effectively for paying your rent. So here in this example, I'm a paying user. The app it's free, but there's a paid version. If you're a paying user, you get 10% back on your rent every month. And again, that money shows up here as these rewards. These rewards are not money you can take out. You can't cash it out and go spend it on Amazon or something you want to buy. The idea is it applies as a credit towards your home purchase when you actually buy. So when you're ready to buy, you ring up the team at Matador again, or you go through the app to get back in touch and you say, hey, you guys, I've got 1,675 bucks in rewards. I'm ready to buy a house. At closing, you'll get a credit of that amount as long as it's less than 1% of your loan amount. or equal to that, right, as a credit towards your costs, which is super helpful. It's saving you money,
Yeah.
helping you go towards.
Doing something you really already had to do, right? You got to
Yeah,
save up money regardless. So,
yeah,
and that's great. I mean, we're committed to, being participating in this reward program, right? And so we understand the journey is long and, every penny counts, especially in this environment. And so like being able to kind of help a homeowner on their journey in any way possible is valuable from us. So that's why we're so excited about this partnership.
yeah, yeah. It's awesome. I love that y'all are dedicated to it. I mean, it's really hard to save for your first house, so anything we can do to help, right, goes a long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh,
So I see credit score monitoring. What does that look like?
Yeah, so credit score monitoring is super important before I click into it and everybody just looks at the numbers. Basically, when you apply for a loan, a mortgage, your credit score is incredibly important. It's really underrated to how much it matters, right? A small change in your credit score can save you thousands of dollars in the long term over your loan.
Absolutely.
And there are lots of credit scores out there. If you look at certain places out there, you might see some scores that don't match what your lender pulls. So this credit score actually pulls in the same score that your lender is going to see. It's for
Great.
paying users who pay for the app, $60 a year or $6.99 a month. But if you pay for the app, you get access to this credit suite, which shows you your mortgage credit score and everything that goes into it. Right. So here's an example. This guy, James Holloway, he's got a 784, which is great. It shows your score history month over month. This doesn't change every day. Every month, you'll get a new credit score update, but it'll show you what things are impacting your score, your full credit report, if you want to dig into it and see all of the accounts and like everything that go into the score, your social security number, your addresses, like all your credit cards and balances. So tons of really, really good data here. And then my favorite part is score ingredients. So you can see which things impact your score, right? Having a solid payment history where everything on time is really good, right? Having a low amount of debt, low utilization is super helpful, long credit history, not too many inquiries for new credit. So this part of the app coaches you through like what's good, what's not so good, what you could work on, and it's just a super valuable tool so that you can know like if you do go apply for a loan, right, a mortgage with Matador, here's my score, I'm in good shape, or maybe not. Like maybe I should work on it before I go back and apply again.
Yeah. Very
Super,
cool.
super helpful tool. So
Absolutely.
rewards, credit, savings, and then the last piece in the app is education. So down here we have this learn section where you can see like, hey, here's how I build credit. Easy to do lessons, right? Instagram story-esque style here, where it's just a couple sentences at a time, just to educate you about the high level stuff that you really should know as you go through this process. And obviously, you can call the team at Matador at any point and reach out and ask questions, but our goal is to kind of help bridge the gap between,
Yeah.
when you're actually ready to buy a house and apply for that loan and get pre-approved, and when you're just saving, right? And when you're a renter versus an active home buyer. So
Very
that's
cool.
at a
This
high
is
level, yeah.
awesome. And I'm sure, as all technology companies, you're going to constantly be innovating and adding new features as you guys go. You guys are fresh off the presses, I guess, right? In terms of the release.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exciting.
totally. And there's lots of other good stuff in here too, right? We even have a mortgage calculator. I don't talk about this a lot. I think it's super cool. Lots of good info. But my favorite part is the home buying team. Whoops, that's asking me to review the app. Home buying team here, you can see Matador Lending is my lender, right? So just in case, if you've been renting for 2 years and you talked to a perva 2 years ago and now you're ready to buy a house, it makes it easy to get back in touch with them and the team here, right? Just get started, go through this form, get back in touch with them. Makes it super easy. And they, again, are plugged in with the Gravy Network. So they'll know exactly how to redeem your rewards, what you've been doing in the app, and how they can help you, become a homeowner.
Very cool. And it looks like you got realtor partners as well that can be dialed in. So if you've already got a realtor that you work with, if you're looking to get connected with a new one, awesome. You can kind of see that in the app experience as well. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Stephen, dude, this has been great. I appreciate it. So we will have a link, obviously, for everybody to download the app. So it's already kind of linked up with us. We'll be sharing that on our site and kind of out after this video in the comments section and all that stuff. So looking forward to seeing the action. So many home buyers are going to get great value out of this platform. Thank you for putting this together and sharing us how the platform works.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited to work with y'all. Let's help more home buyers become homeowners. Let's do it.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks for